Oh, hey.
What happened before? When you looked at that word wall, it was like you fell into a trance. No. All I knew about those word walls is that they're usually some sort of a memorial. Never heard about them being magic, but it's clearly had an effect on you. Are you feeling alright? Hey, there's no pressure to. I'd rather you take it easy than let some old magic scramble your brains.
Hell yeah.
I'm sorry.
So what's next for our adventures? That'd be a good idea. We wouldn't have to walk as much. It's a bit quaint, but there's definitely everything we need here. An alchemy table, storage, and some ingredients. Honestly, I can't wait to try out some new potion recipes in here. And hopefully I don't blow this place up. All right. I thought you'd already know, considering, you know, what I am. And, hey, could you stand a bit farther from me? Ugh, the smell here. Well, thank you for your kindness. I'll remember it the next time I'm feeling hungry. Ha ha. Not going to happen. I am faster than you, you know. That's only because you always start running off for somewhere without telling me. That's easy for you to say. Sometimes I see you just stand frozen in the middle of nowhere, and sometimes even during combat. And that's enough out of you. Both of us are hypocrites at times. Let's admit that much. How dense are you? I don't like werewolves. There. But since the werewolf standing in front of me is you, you're somewhat bearable. A rare exception. And what did you expect me to say anyway? Come on, we should get going. Yes? Do you need something? I do. My mother taught me back on the island. That kind of thing came along with my alchemy training. I may not be the gourmet, but I can sure whip up a great stew. If you want, I could make some for you sometime. All right. Well, I do admire their fondness for the sea, as pirates, sailors, or adventurers of the open waters. I used to read stories and great tales of Redguard pirates
from the shores of Stros Mackay to the farthest reaches of the Abetian Sea. Especially the daring adventures of Jaik Talonwood. He was a little childhood hero of mine. So what do you say? Would you like to sail the open seas in pursuit of fame and the rarest treasures? I was kind of just playing around, but I like your enthusiasm. Maybe we should set sail for the coasts of Hammerfell sometime, after we're done with everything here in Skyrim. Oh? What is it?
All right. I have, actually. Have you ever read The Herbalist's Guide to Skyrim? Then you should know how amazing this book is, really. So many different types of ingredients and properties. It's truly fascinating. The illustrations are so vivid, and pretty accurate, too. Forgive me, I get carried away when I talk about these things. But what about you? What do you think of the book? Ugh. Then what doesn't bore you? Erotic literature? Please spare me the clumsy references to Berenzia, or lusty Argonian. Not again. Good. An honest admission. By divines. I've even heard some people claim the lusty Argonian maid was intellectually stimulating. Actually, I take that back. I absolutely adore erotic literature. After all, I am a swit. I read it after you brought me back home for the first time. The castle certainly hasn't aged well, but at least someone's been updating our family library. This book was on my rather long reading list, because, you know, I only have 1,000 years worth of catching up to do. Both fun and not fun. Even for a bookworm such as myself, this was quite overwhelming. Hey, I'm glad you're here with me. Oh? What is it? Not much, because there isn't really anything to do when you live on an island. And yes, on rare occasions I did travel to Skyrim with my father, on business. By which I mean intimidation, scheming, bribery, blackmail, an execution or two. You know, your typical chores of a Volkihar patriarch. And he did teach me some of those skills, if you could put it that way. But I didn't really do anything fun for the most part. I definitely didn't have a normal childhood. I guess that's what you get for being a follower of Molag Bal. Though, besides the typical gardening and reading, I also did sing quite a bit. I wasn't nearly good enough to join the Bard's College, but I was pretty decent at it, and it made me feel less lonely. Tell you what, give me some time to warm up a bit on the side, and maybe I'll sing something for you. Do you need something? I know. You know, all you have to do is just... Never mind. Come here. The simple pleasures which never get old. Just like me.